Hi everyone, I'm coming on to do another altered playing card challenge. This week the prompt was food, and for me, making a card with pizza or chicken or pasta just didn't work. So I went for botanical fruits, and I used images from the Graphic Fairy botanical fruits, and I just printed them off. And I'll be honest, that one was a nightmare to fussy cut because it's such a fine detail, and to be honest, two of the strawberry heads came off and I had to re-stick them, but they're fine. So after that I went for larger images, so I've got plums, peach, and we're going to do black currants together. So that's the ones that I've done, and they're okay. I'm quite happy with them. So I will just get started. So all I have done is gessoed my card. I scored it slightly with my sandpaper, and then I added a bit of gesso. That's it so far. I'm using different paper scraps. These were from Spring Watercolour from Artemis. They're just scraps that are left over, and I don't like wasting anything, and I've just got a tiny little bit of music paper. So I'm just doing the exact same layout as I done with the previous ones. So we'll just get going. And I am using the Dana Wakley ultra thick gel medium. It just seems to work better for what I use it for. And to clean it, I use, obviously I take it into the bathroom every other day, but just as a general, I just use a big bottle of hand sanitizer. Just give it a clean, wipe it with a wipe, and it keeps my bristles nice and soft, and it works. Okay, so let me grab my little sticky mat thing, and we'll just add a good layer of this on so that we're not getting anything that's going to come back off. And if anything does come off, you just add a wee bit of glue under it. It's not the end of the world. Ideally, obviously, you're not wanting that. So what I did was I took my biggest strip and I just placed it nearest the queen. I'm moving it over ever so slightly because what I ended up having to do, actually, for some reason, only chopped 3 strips. So one of the strips I had to half. It still works absolutely fine. So what I'm doing with this one is I'm bringing it down here. Nope, that's the wrong side. So that's coming up here. Have I got enough of that there? Yep. That's coming on there, like that. And that just gives me both sides visible, so you can still see it's a playing card. Okay. And I'm just giving that a right good layer. Then we have got a little bit of music paper, and all I'm doing with that is just going over that wee love heart there and placing it on. That's it. It is just enough to add a little bit of something extra. Okay, giving that a good layer on, like so. And that's us done with that. As I said, this medium seems to be working okay. Right, so this is actually quite damp. So I'm just going to give it a good wipe over. Then I will show you just how I clean it. Blob onto my glass mat. And then just make sure that my brush gets all the bristles opened up so that the glue's all out of it. Give it another quick brush off, like so. And that's it for now. I'm just going to lift this up, move it off. Oops, all my bits moving. And then what I'll do is just lift that and just give this a quick wipe over while in there. And it just means that you're ready for the next time. It doesn't need to be perfect. I think that's actually for the last time it is. Never mind. Anyway, that's how I do it anyway. Right, I'm going to need to give this a wee quick dry off, I think, because I want to add some colour to it. So I'm just going to give it a quick dry off. Put my coat on. There we are. Right, I'm needing a new one soon. I think I've got a wee loose wire in it somewhere. Right, so that's actually quite hot just now, so I'm just going to give that a quick wipe over. Then I am going to just trim it down a bit. Okay, so I'm just taking my big scissors. I'm not going to bother rounding the corners just now. I can get them at the end. Okay, I just don't want loads of extra bits hanging about. Pull in my lovely paper. Okay, that's the wrong way round, it goes that way. And I am using Victorian Velvet Distress Oxide Spray. Give it a good shake. And I'm up quite high. That's perfect. And then I am using Distress Oxide Wilted Violet. Now I'm only using a little bit of this. I don't want it too purpley. Let me just think that'll do me. So I'm going to dry that off as well, just really quickly. Pull it off my paper. should be alright to work on. Purple's still a little bit damp, but it should be okay. So what we've got here, I have got some black currants. It could be grapes, but I'm thinking more British, so I'm going for black currants. I have cut the word out, black currant. These words are available free on Creating with Scrimp and Mummy. They are in the files. All I ask is you do not distribute them anywhere else. Feel free to use them, print them out and use wherever you like, but just don't redistribute them. Okay, so I'm going to use some Faber-Tack. It's just quicker to dry. Okay. Right. And I'm going to put that up this side. Like so. Oops. There we are. And I am going to put my little bit of cheesecloth down here. Now I had two different types of cheesecloth, but I didn't have enough for the 4 of them, so I have used this one on 2 and another one on 2. One was a tight it was quite tight, the gauze, and on this one it's really quite loose. Bye darling, good luck. He's got an interview at college today, my 15-year-old. So I'm hoping he does well, because he wants out of school ASAP. Right, so there we've got black currant on over the top of it. And then what I did was, I've got these red. Now, to be fair, I only really use red at Christmas time, or on the very odd occasion. I don't even use it at Valentine's. It's just not something I use. So what I've done is I have been over it with a black marker, so it actually looks like a really deep mulberry colour now. You can still see the red through it, but it's a lot more muted. So I have just added 3 of them on around each of the cards, and I think I need to add a wee bit of glue on some of these because they're still a tiny bit damp. Oh, come on, be nice to me. Say be nice. There we go. That's one down. Put one up here. And then the last one I'll put at the bottom part. Just make sure that's stuck down properly. And that's it. And then where I've got the dark bits, this has got alcohol on it anyway, so I'm just going in and I'll just take that bit off so that it doesn't end up all mucky looking. That's a bit better. So that is our 4 cabs done. I just need to trim the corners. and I actually think they're quite nice. They're not overdone, not overly decorative. I'm just going round these corners quickly. There we go. So I chose quite nice colours, I think, just for something different. It's not a colour that I use all the time, pinks and purples, but I thought it worked with this. So I hope you've enjoyed that. I hope you have a wee go. Please pop over to the group. It is on Facebook. I will try and leave the link below. I'm hopeless with remembering things. But we have so much inspiration over there. Lots and lots of sharing. This challenge has been going fantastic. And Amanda's prompts have been great. You can join in at any point. You can join the group today and start with food and just do that. It's up to you. Or you can go right back to the start and make from week 1. There is a list in the announcements area, so you can catch up or just play along wherever you feel like. So I hope you've enjoyed that. I hope it's gave you a wee bit of inspiration, and I will speak to you all soon. Thanks for subscribing, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.